Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Picture this. In 1978, China was one of the poorest countries on Earth. Over 90% of its people lived on less than $2 a day. Fast forward to April 2025, and China's the world's second largest economy, with skyscrapers piercing the clouds, a tech industry rivaling Silicon Valley, and a middle class bigger than the entire US population. How did they pull this off? What's the secret sauce behind China's jaw-dropping economic rise? In this video, we're uncovering the hidden strategies that turned a struggling nation into a global powerhouse in just 4 decades. From clever government moves to ruthless ambition, we'll break it all down step by step. This is a 20-minute deep dive, so grab a snack, hit the like button, and let's unravel the story of China's economic miracle. Let's rewind to 1978. China's a mess. Decades of Mao Zedong's policies, like the Great Leap Forward, left millions starving and the economy in ruins. GDP per person, a measly $156. Then comes Deng Xiaoping, the guy who changes everything. Mao dies in 76, and Deng takes the reins, kicking off what's called the Reform and Opening Up era. Deng's big idea? Socialism with Chinese characteristics. Basically, keep the Communist Party in charge, but let capitalism loose where it counts. He sets up special economic zones, like Shenzhen, where foreign companies get tax breaks to build factories. Overnight, sleepy fishing villages turn into manufacturing hubs. By 1985, China's exports jump from $18 billion to $27 billion. Deng's not afraid to borrow ideas. He sends officials to Japan and Singapore to study their playbooks. The result? Foreign investment floods in, and China starts climbing the economic ladder. Fast. Fast forward to the 90s and 2000s, China becomes the world's factory. How? Strategy number 2, cheap labor and scale. With over 1 billion people, China had a massive workforce willing to work for pennies compared to the West. Add in government subsidies and lax regulations, and you've got a recipe for unbeatable prices. By 2001, China joins the World Trade Organization, locking in low tariffs with major markets like the US and Europe. Suddenly, made in China is everywhere. Your phone, your clothes, your toaster. Companies like Apple and Walmart couldn't resist. China's export machine hits overdrive, and by 2010, it overtakes the US as the top manufacturing nation. But it's not just sweatshops. The government builds insane infrastructure. High-speed rail, ports, highways, making it easy to ship goods worldwide. Shanghai's port alone handles 47 million containers a year. That's efficiency on steroids. And the cash? It's pouring in, funding the next big leap. Now let's talk strategy 3, the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. Launched in 2013 by President Xi Jinping, this is China's plan to dominate global trade. Picture a modern Silk Road. $1 trillion invested in roads, railways, and ports across 150-plus countries. The goal? Secure resources and markets. China builds a railway in Kenya, a port in Pakistan, a highway in Kazakhstan, all financed with Chinese loans. Critics call it debt trap diplomacy. Countries like Sri Lanka can't repay, so China takes control of key assets. Sneaky, right? By 2025, BRI's moved $4 trillion in goods annually, locking in trade partners from Italy to Indonesia. Plus, it's a lifeline for raw materials, oil from the Middle East, lithium from Africa, for China's tech and energy boom. It's bold, it's controversial, and it's working. Here's where it gets wild. Strategy 4, China's tech takeover. By the 2010s, they're not just making cheap stuff, they're innovating. The Made in China 2025 plan pumps billions into AI, 5G, and semiconductors. Huawei becomes a 5G giant, outpacing Nokia and Ericsson. TikTok, owned by ByteDance, conquers global culture. The government's all in, subsidies, state-owned enterprises, and a little espionage, if you believe the headlines. They've got 1.4 million engineers graduating yearly, dwarfing the US's 200,000. By 2025, China holds 40% of global 5G patents and leads in quantum computing research. Sure, they've faced pushback, US bans, trade wars, but they're building their own supply chains. When Trump's tariffs hit in April 2025, China doubles down on self-reliance. The message? They're not just playing catch-up, they're aiming to lead. So, there you have it. The secret strategies behind China's economic rise. Deng's reforms, manufacturing muscle, the Belt and Road, and a tech revolution. From a broke nation in '78 to a $19 trillion economy in 2025, China's played the long game, and they're not done. But challenges loom. Debt's piling up, the population's aging, and trade wars are heating up. Can they keep the momentum? Or will the West push back harder? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is China's rise unstoppable, or is a reckoning coming? If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. We've got more global stories on the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.